You know, even though I fish, I'd say at about 200 days a year, and I know that a lot of you love to fish, I don't get bored. I can't get bored. I mean, this is so exciting when you get these fish on. And this is a real change, you know, in 25 years of doing the show, I've never really targeted sheepshead. But I thought with Aldo today that we'd come out and we'd target them, because I believe they're a great fish, and they're very common in the Great Lakes area. And I'll repeat myself, they're excellent eating. So if you like to eat fish, you should really try sheepshead. They don't have a lot of meat. Most of their meat is, you know, down back near the tail and then up over the ribs towards the back. But they have such delicious firm meat, and they're so plentiful. And in most jurisdictions, there aren't limits or seasons on them, so you can really fish for them anytime and keep lots if you want for eating. But even as a sport fish, you know, using light line like this, ultralights, and you can see this little Avantis rod is really working hard. Aldo, would you mind passing me the net? I know you're busy trying to catch a sheepshead over there.
No problem.
Thank you, sir. I'm going to just...
I think maybe we should start a sheepshead tournament series.
You know what? They get some big sheepshead.
That'd be fun.
These things, you know, we're making it look easy here, but these guys are hard to haul up and down. So this net works well for everything. For walleye, bass, trout. Look at that. You can see a trigger X just in the roof of the mouth. Isn't that a pretty fish? Look at it. He's gorgeous. So I just think they remind me so much of a saltwater fish. You know, there's many species that are silver like this and that have wide backs. I got my pliers on the lanyard here. Let me get that hook out. Look at it. Isn't that gorgeous? Beautiful fish. In my opinion, sheepshead are one of the underutilized fish that you can catch in the Great Lakes area. They grow to good size, they're very plentiful, there's no close season, and in most areas there aren't any limits on them. So you can actually keep as many as you want for eating. You can get them on bait, you can get them on artificial lures, so they're really a wonderful fish, and you know what? They fight pretty good. So what I've done here, I've taken this fish and put it on this nice cleaning board. By the way, if you like to clean fish for eating and you don't like to mess up your boat, this is a really nice rig because this fish cleaning board comes on a post that actually fits right into your rod holder. And it can even pivot, I can move it in and out. So what I've got here, I've got it overhanging the water so that if there is some blood when I'm cleaning this fish, it won't get onto the carpet of the boat. And then I can rinse the fish off, put it in bags or put it back in the live well so that I can transport it to go home. Now a sheepshead is cleaned like pretty well all other fish. So what I'm going to do is take a fillet off it. So my first cut is going to be just going towards the front of the head. Then I'm going to slide the knife in and I'm going to run right along the vertebrae and I'm going to run all the way back to the tail. Now their meat, the meat of a sheepshead, is actually very different than most other freshwater fish, whether they're warm water like your walleye, pike, bass, or cold water like your salmon and trout. Their meat is very firm. It's got a very nice texture that I tell people is more like seafood than actual fish. So what I'm doing here is going along the vertebrae, and as I said earlier, most of the meat is up from about the rib cage to the back of the fish. So I'm just going to take the fillet and I'm going to rinse it off so I can show you how nice and firm it is. I'll just go to my big sink that's here. Okay. So here's my nice piece of fish fillet, and you can see that it looks like it's a firmer meat, almost like seafood. It actually reminds me of some of the fillet that you get off of some of the saltwater fish. So you can take your fish fillet, cut it into small fingers and deep fry it. What I like to do is to dip the fish in egg and then into your favorite coating. I personally like fish crisp, and then deep fry it, or you can grill it or do it on the barbecue. But it is a wonderful meat, and literally this piece of meat has no bones in it. Trying to get his head up without breaking the rod or the line. Funny.
That's awesome.
Be nice to get a double. All right.
There we go.
I was going to say it'd be nice to get a double header. Easy, easy. Careful. It's that first 10, 15 feet where they start to dog it.
He ever pulling it hard.
Now I know, Aldo, you do a lot of charters, right?
Yes.
And I mean, it's tough to beat getting a big Chinook, 20 to 30 pounds, that sizzling line out. But
awesome.
On ultralights,
This is a great,
you know, getting sheepshead, this is awesome. Okay, I'm gonna net mine first, okay, and then I'll net yours. I don't know if I can fit both of them in the net.
mine is
We'll
taking
see
off.
here. I'm actually standing up in a fighting position. Good size sheephead.
Wow.
I don't think I'm going to be able to fit both of them at the same time. There's one. You know what? They're heavier. We're going to have to look at. Good fish.
Nice.
Is yours still down there?
Oh yeah, he's still way
That's
down
good. Look at. Isn't that a gorgeous fish? These are sheepshead that are schooled up in about 30 feet of water, and we're getting them using tubes. You know what, Aldo? You got to have pliers for these fish. Their mouths are so tough.
there. And tiny.
Yeah, and tiny.
Yeah.
Here, can you multitask?
I can try.
I got it there. And I'm going to come back here, and I got the pliers.
Oh.
Okay, so good job. Here, I'll hold it open. There you go. Oh, look at the size of it.
Oh, nice one.
On ultralight there.
Right.
See if you can hold them up nicely. I find that if you hold them horizontally, they open up that top fin nicely.
Are we keeping this guy too?
I'm sure.
He's gonna taste so good with fish crisp.
I know.
Canadian sport fishing has been brought to you by Suffix, the world's most hardcore fishing line. Yamaha Outboards, reliability starts here. Dickies, guaranteed workwear since 1922. Lucky Strike, all you need is a Lucky Strike.
There's something here. There's so
Oh,
plentiful.
look at that fish.
Good one.
Beauty.
Okay, here's the net,
Can
Aldo.
you pass me the net this time?
You bet. You
Wow.
bet. Feels nice to
Feels
ask,
nice
eh?
to ask for it, you know? All right. Look at that. The first time I tasted sheephead, Italo, was at your house. I came over for dinner and you told me that I couldn't guess what kind of fish this was, and I thought it was a walleye.
Yeah, no, they're delicious.
They are delicious.
Yep.
And we're gonna let him go. See you, buddy.